Hi there. So this week it's a vlog, a video blog, in case you don't know what that means. If I don't know you, if I've not met you, I'm Enrique, and nice to meet you here. So today is about breath and brain and how to elevate our performance in any level. And by performance, I mean if you're an artist, your ability to perform live, recording studio. If you're a teacher, I mean in your classroom, how well you interact with the learners of any age you're with, or if in business, if you're talking about running a major corporation, how you work with your leadership team, how you help your mid-level managers interact with their teams of people. So really, these are things that are universal. So let's dive right in. Brain games. So a lot of you know about these. They're typically done with music. I'm going to break them down slowly, several of them today, without music. If you're interested in the full gamut, the full package, reach out to me, let me know. But I usually start out with some simple brain games when I'm trying to engage, let's say, a workforce of any type, and to start with a baseline. So let's do an easy one. Shoulder, 2, ready, and switch, 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 switch. No big deal. Now for a young child, this would be a big deal. They would be doing this instead, because this is easier because you don't have to cross the midline of your brain. When you add music and rhythmic consonants, being in time with music, that's another layer yet. And we're going to add breath in just a moment. But so this, for us as adults, hopefully, is not an issue. Now, if someone's had a stroke, my mom had a stroke some years ago, and this was very difficult for her. She can do it again. But let's go from that to an adult brain game, right? So here we go. Finger and a thumb. Ready? I'm not here. I'm here. The thumb is not down, it's in. A 1, 2, ready, and switch. 2, 3, and switch, 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 switch. Now that might have been really difficult for you, right? If that's new to you, if you're not an artist, if you don't have the brain of an artist, I mean that in a scientific manner, right? The artists who have studied something for all their life, a musical instrument, have a physiologically different brain. So unless that's you, or if you conduct, then these would be somewhat easier for you. But for most adults, that is very tricky, all right? Now, if that wasn't somewhat challenging, I want to make sure I challenge everyone who's watching. Finger, thumb, cross your arms. If this was hard for you before, just go as slow as you need to go. But if the previous level was relatively easy, try and hang out with me. A 1, 2, ready, and switch, 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 even double time, but clean, making sure you nail each position. It goes from there to switching fingers and arms at the same time, to switch, switch, 2 times, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it goes from there, and that's just one of, or that's that one and this one. Those are 2 of 326 of these which exist. So on the online platform, in case you're wondering, is samtheant.com. SAM the ant.com. That's where these resources live for individuals and organizations. But anyhow, so back to this. Let's do one more, and then I'm going to add breath to it. Right? I'm going to add the breathing component to it. So make a circle with one hand. No big deal, right? Other hand, a line. And if music were playing, bum, 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 ding, bum, 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 in time with the music. This might be really difficult for some, others maybe not too bad. And 1, 2, ready, and switch. All right. Now let's make it a little more difficult. If this is already difficult for you, you're going to do that. You're not going to do what I'm about to do next. But if that were easy for you, circle on one hand and make the diagonal line, make the line diagonal in nature. Right? A little bit harder. You can add spiral, but we're not going to do that. Right now, just circle and diagonal. And then you can switch at any time. Right? You can also change the direction of the circle at any time. So let's add breath to this one right here. I'm not going to switch. I want you to breathe in for 2 seconds in through your nose, out 4 seconds through your mouth. So you're going to be going Okay, so here we go. In for 2, out for 4. Get it set up, get it going at any tempo. Try and stay with me so we're congruent, but it can be slower or faster. It's up to you, ready? And 1, 2, ready, and in for 2. I noticed my circle began to become more of a misshapen oval. So even for me, which most of these are easy for me now, mostly because I'm a musician, performing artist, conductor. And I've been studying music since I was 4.5. And I'm now 7.5. 3 years in. Anyway, how'd that feel? For me, it took more focus. I obviously I couldn't talk while I was breathing out loud or, audibly breathing. But it took more of an effort for me. Let's try one more. In for 3, out for 6. So we're going threes or triplets versus really what feels to me like a duplet feel, right? So a 2 against 3. Not exactly, but let's see what it does, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, ready, and in for 3. And switch. So, how'd that feel? Yeah, interesting, right? It's really, to me, fascinating how much changes in terms of my focus of attention, the needed focus of attention, which is one of the 4 conditions needed to create, to really spark new connections in our brain. I'm quoting Dr. Daniel Siegel in his book, Mind Sight. It's one word, Mind Sight. And so, along with emotional excitement, novelty, and repetition, we also need a focus of attention. Anyway, what I suggest you do, go visit samtheant.com. There are 2 free brain games there. You can just stick to those 2, that's fine. And just add breathing to what you're seeing. One will be an animated ant, which is meant for younger learners, although frankly a lot of adult friends of mine like those. And the other one is me engaging with a slightly harder brain game. And you can also use this video, obviously. So just doing this in the morning, midday break, that afternoon time when we're getting a little tired, whatever it is, I encourage you to do this. I encourage you to show your friends this kind of stuff. It's a holistic way of alerting the mind and the brain, specifically actually the brain. The brain and mind being 2 very different things, but certainly there is some crossover and there's impact on both. So there's a symbiotic relationship between our mind, brain, and our mind and body. But anyway, that's it for now. I hope you have a great week, great month. You can reach out to me with questions anytime on this EnriqueCFeldman.com site. The other one you can check out is globallearning.foundation, which is a nonprofit that I founded about 20 years ago. Anyway, peace out. Thank you for watching, and have a great day, moment by moment.